Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Layman's Terms, your source of ignorance and drunken banter. I am the layman. The show that says I'm building another EDH deck. Fingers crossed on this one. Um, the last video I did was Josh Freese is the new member of the Foo Fighters. He's the new drummer. And I really couldn't be happier because now we might be able to see the Foo Fighters sometime this summer, or sometime within the next year, which is fucking awesome. I can't wait for that. Um, but in this episode, first of all, it was a couple of days past National Goth Day. So this video is more like a retrospective of why I didn't go goth. Um, I don't know. I think it's because I was too much of a grunge kid. And that's our show. Good night. No. Um, no. Both my parents were really not really in the music. My father, whenever my father would take us places, we had to listen to Stevie Needy, and he was a big oldies fan. Nothing wrong with oldies. I like the oldies. I'm rocking the Johnny Cash shirt, you know. Um, my mother would just listen to top 40 during the 80s, and having having if they were not cooler, but just like they didn't really know music at the time. Let's say that. We'll say that. Um, I didn't get my own radio till I was 10. And then I just started listening to other stations. Uh, this is a precursor to Nirvana and the whole grunge movement and everything like that. Then I really started getting into like the hard rock and everything like that. There was a station back in the day called Y100, and it was more the lines of alternative, and just more of a deep dive into other bands at the time, say Alice in Chains or Pearl Jam, the Melvins, the Misfits, that kind of stuff. Um, yeah, so I was always a Nirvana kid. I loved Nirvana all throughout high school. Like ask my friends. Um, but I think after I graduated high school, no wait, when I was a senior in high school, there was this kid, and he like you knew the goth kids. You knew they dressed all in black. They had the makeup. Even the kids had even the guys had the makeup. Um, they weren't. They were comfortable with who they were. You know how there's sections. There's the jocks, there's the nerds, there's the geeks, there's the goth kids, there's the grunge kids, and I was always the grunge kid over here. Um, there was a kid. He was a boy, and he rocked guy liner. And I had to ask my friend, "Is that guy okay?" He says, "Yeah, he's fine. He's just dancing to the beat of his own drum." And you know what? Hey, guess what? That's awesome. So if you dance to your beat of your own drum, you're not following the rules. God bless you. That's awesome. Stay strange. You know. Um, but I loved horror movies back in the day. I have a bunch of horror movies back there. You know. Um, because I never really got into it. Uh, as time went on, I started still listening to music. Um, then you went into the new metal phase, like the Korn and the Limp Bizkit and the System of a Down and all those bands. Those were cool bands. Those were cool. Um, and now into my 40s, I'm starting to listen to those old bands that were around the time when I was a kid, like Joy Division and the Misfits. Actually, the Misfits are pretty cool. I'll give them that. I never really got into them because I didn't know who they were. I was a sheltered kid back in the day. Um, but just more of expanding my um, musical palette, if you will. I'm all over the place. I'll listen to country. I'll listen to rock, classic rock, um, grunge, whatever I'm in the mood for. I might even pop in some Stephen Eady. You never know. So, um, yeah, but now, which gets me to some of my sub points. Um, I didn't run into the band. I'd be very clumsy. I discovered a band called Vision Video, and from Athens, Georgia, and two of the members are fully gothed out. Okay, one guy is the goth dad, and it more lines just poking fun of themselves. Um, that's that kind of like gets it for me. The music's great. Listen to the music. Vision Video. I'll have to post some of the videos they did on layman's terms, and you guys can understand what I'm talking about. Really good band, really. Um, like I said, poke fun at themselves. Uh, the guy is, I think his name's Dusty Cannon. He, the dude's like, I guess, as old as I am. We'll say mid 40s. We'll say just to be give it somewhat of a of a an expective more of a guideline of where he is in life. This dude drives a hearse. That's awesome. Okay, he drives a hearse and he's all got out. He's got the makeup on and everything, and he's like, "Hey kiddo," he has this midwestern accent. He's like, "Hey kiddo, get in the hearse. We're gonna buy Halloween decorations." And he just drives off. That's that's what gets me about the band. It's just their sense of humor, just busting on themselves. That's what I like. Um, Another video is like "I Love Cats." Like that's the name of the song. I love cats. And I love cats too. Why not? Cats are awesome. Um, but yeah, right now they're touring Europe, and if you're a goth band and you're touring Europe, you have to stop by Castlevania. You have to see Castle Dracula. That's just a given. Vlad the Impaler. That's You have to make that stop. You have to make that pilgrimage. And then they're coming back to the states and are doing out west. Wish they were going east, where I am, because I wouldn't mind checking them out. Um, but yeah, just their second album came out. I don't know the name of it, so you might have to do some deep diving. I didn't even do any research, not for this one. I know I do my research for Hennifer and everything, and cyborgs are stomping Taco Bell all over the place in Jersey, and yeah, this is the one video that I didn't do any research for. So, what else? Yeah, I'll post that to the website or my Facebook page. Um, what else? I love cats. Goth Dad. It just cracks me up. Anyway, so leave the goth kids alone. They're not bothering anybody. If they want to hang out in graveyards, be respectful. That's it. They're probably more in tune with the supernatural than you are. They don't mess with Ouija boards. Don't mess with Ouija boards. That's a big no-no. Do not do that. So, I'm just going to continue being grunge dad and just listening to Foo Fighters and what have you. I just started listening to Joy Division. Joy Division's cool. I'll rock that. Same thing with the Misfits. More along the lines of just punk music. You know, I wasn't really a big punk rocker. I gotta listen to the punk rockers, Sam. No. But yeah, check out the Red 5 Network, the Sidebar Cantina, all the other rest of them. I will be on Pop My Generation on June 3rd. It's a Saturday night, so I'll be on there. I don't know what we're going to talk about. I think we're talking about the 80s. So I'll definitely mention the bands that I mentioned before. Um, yeah, the Escape Pod, um, Sweet Studios, um, the Cyborg Cantina, uh, what else? The Origin Fett Show. Yeah, so you just check out the Red 5 Network. I'm not a part of the Red 5 Network. I don't know, maybe because of my work ethic. So, but yeah, check everything out. And I'll see you guys later. So, happy Memorial Day. You deserve it. We deserve it. So, go barbecue. I was going to say something gothy. Stay strange, guys. Vision Video, check it out, okay? Stay strange. Later.